11 signs you should cut all contact with someone. Marcus Aurelius' Stoicism urges us to consider the true impact of our relationships on our well-being. Often we don't realize how much the people around us influence our happiness. Today we explore Stoicism, a philosophy that emphasizes resilience and the importance of positive influences. Stoicism teaches us to recognize what truly benefits our inner peace and growth. In this video, we'll discuss 11 signs that it might be time to reconsider some relationships. This isn't just about avoiding negativity, it's about choosing a path aligned with wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. Join me to explore these insights and learn how to protect your peace of mind. Number 1. Manipulation. One clear sign you should consider ending a relationship is manipulation. Stoicism values authenticity and clarity, which help us live in harmony with our true selves and the world around us. Manipulation opposes these principles, distorting reality to benefit the manipulator at the expense of the manipulated. This clouds your judgment and steers you away from the Stoic ideal of living a reasoned and virtuous life. Manipulation can show up in subtle psychological tactics that are hard to detect, from overt deceit to more insidious forms like guilt tripping or gaslighting, where your memories or perceptions are twisted. According to Epictetus, freedom from these influences is crucial for true strength and freedom. Stoicism teaches us to perceive things as they truly are, free from distortions. When someone manipulates you, they disrupt your ability to make reasoned judgments based on accurate perceptions. This not only undermines your autonomy but also contradicts the Stoic pursuit of living according to nature and reason. Addressing manipulation requires a commitment to Stoic principles, seeking the truth, living with integrity, and maintaining your autonomy. This might involve setting firm boundaries or becoming more vigilant about manipulative behavior. It's crucial to reaffirm your values and commit to actions that align with those values rather than reacting impulsively. Marcus Aurelius advises, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Confronting manipulation also requires reflection, examining the nature of the relationship and your responses to it. Reflection can help you determine whether the relationship can be salvaged through honest communication and mutual commitment to change, or if it would be wiser to distance yourself. This process is essential for maintaining your integrity and peace of mind, core tenets of Stoic philosophy. Making the decision to end a manipulative relationship is not just about escaping negative influences, it's about realigning yourself with the Stoic goal of living a truthful and authentic life. By freeing yourself from manipulation, you allow for clearer thinking and better decision-making, leading to a profound sense of peace and stability. Seneca reminds us, the greatest wealth is a poverty of desires, highlighting that true contentment comes from within, not from external validation or control. In modern life, where relationships are complex, understanding and recognizing manipulation is crucial. By applying Stoic principles, you protect yourself from harmful influences and foster an environment where truth and integrity can thrive. This commitment to authenticity and clarity enhances your mental and emotional resilience, empowering you to navigate life's challenges with wisdom and grace. Remember, the journey towards a virtuous life is ongoing, and every step taken to align with Stoic ideals brings you closer to true freedom and contentment. Number 2. Misaligned values. Our core beliefs and values guide us through life, shaping our decisions and actions. When these principles clash with those of someone close to us, it creates internal conflicts. According to Stoicism, harmony and personal integrity are crucial, making such misalignments a serious concern. The Stoics taught that peace of mind comes from living a virtuous life in line with our principles. When someone close to us lives by values that conflict with ours, it challenges our ability to maintain this peace. Consider a scenario where honesty is your core value, but a close friend or partner often bends the truth. This fundamental discrepancy creates tension and discomfort, eroding trust and mutual respect, which are essential for any healthy relationship. Stoicism encourages us to reflect on our associations to ensure they support our moral and personal growth. Marcus Aurelius emphasized surrounding oneself with people who embody the virtues we aspire to. When our core values do not align with those of our associates, it hinders our progress as Stoics, forcing us to compromise or live in constant ethical conflict. For instance, imagine working in a team where your core value is fairness, but the team leader often shows favoritism. This situation affects your peace of mind and puts you in a position where your ethical standards are compromised daily. Addressing misaligned values requires thoughtful examination of the relationship. It involves open and honest discussions where both parties can express their values and explore whether a mutual understanding or compromise is possible. However, if the gap is too wide, reconsidering the relationship might be necessary. This isn't about judging the other person as wrong, but recognizing that not every relationship supports your higher purpose of personal and ethical development. Reflect on this. If you value integrity but your friend often engages in dishonest behavior, how does this impact your sense of integrity and peace? To make this more relatable, consider Emily, a dedicated environmentalist who values sustainability. She starts dating someone who, while charming, shows little regard for environmental concerns, often wasting resources and ignoring recycling. Initially, Emily tries to overlook these differences, but over time, the constant clash of values creates discomfort and conflict. She realizes that to maintain her peace of mind and live according to her values, she must address these misalignments. After several discussions, it becomes clear that their values are too divergent. Emily decides to end the relationship, not out of judgment, but to preserve her integrity and continue her journey toward living a virtuous life. Recognizing and addressing misaligned values is crucial for maintaining internal harmony and ensuring that our relationships support our journey toward a virtuous and fulfilling life. This alignment is central to the Stoic goal of tranquility and happiness. So ask yourself, are the people close to you helping you become the best version of yourself, or are they pulling you away from your core values? Your peace and progress depend on these reflections and the actions you take as a result. Number 3, persistent selfish behavior. When someone consistently displays selfish behavior, it's a clear sign that you may need to rethink your relationship with them. According to Stoicism, relationships are vital spaces for practicing virtues like generosity, fairness, and reciprocity. Essentially, relationships should be mutual, a balance of give and take. Persistent selfishness, however, goes against Stoic values, which stress the importance of mutual benefit and support. Selfishness jeopardizes the integrity of the relationship and hinders personal and moral growth, crucial to Stoic philosophy. When one person continuously puts their own needs above the others, it disrupts the balance needed for a healthy relationship. Stoicism teaches that true virtue lies in balance and self-control. In relationships, this means valuing the well-being of the other person as much as your own. If selfishness becomes a recurring theme, it can breed resentment and dissatisfaction, slowly eroding trust and affection. To tackle persistent selfish behavior, Stoicism suggests honest reflection and open communication. Voice your concerns calmly and clearly, focusing on how the behavior affects the relationship rather than placing blame. This approach aims to initiate a dialogue that restores balance and fosters a more generous spirit. However, Stoicism also emphasizes self-respect and individual autonomy. If attempts to bring about change are unsuccessful, it's wise to recognize when the situation is beyond your control and consider distancing yourself from relationships that are fundamentally unvirtuous. Every interaction, according to Stoic principles, is an opportunity to practice virtue. A relationship marred by ongoing selfishness is not just a personal issue but a philosophical one. It's an obstacle to living a good life, defined by mutual respect, support, and continuous growth for everyone involved. Dealing with such challenges is not only about personal happiness, but about living a morally and ethically enriched life that benefits both yourself and those around you. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be." Reflect on this and ask yourself, how can you cultivate and maintain relationships that align with your values? Have you tried addressing selfish behavior openly and directly? If those efforts have failed, is it time to recognize the limits of your influence and consider cutting ties for your well-being and moral integrity? These are not easy questions, but they are essential for living a life that is both virtuous and fulfilling. If you've watched up to this point, you're already taking a vital step towards protecting your peace and well-being. Comment below with cut ties to affirm your commitment to embracing these powerful Stoic principles. Don't go anywhere, there's still valuable wisdom we want to share with you in this video. Stay until the end to uncover insights that will empower you to make the right decisions for your life. Number 4, consistent lack of respect. Respect is a foundational element of any healthy and meaningful relationship. Without it, any bond, whether personal or professional, cannot truly thrive. In Stoicism, respect for others aligns with the virtues of justice and wisdom, recognizing the inherent worth of every individual and treating them accordingly. When respect is consistently lacking, it undermines not only the relationship but also your own sense of self-worth and dignity. A persistent lack of respect can manifest in various forms such as dismissive behavior, constant criticism, or ignoring your boundaries and feelings. These actions can erode your confidence and lead to a toxic environment where you feel undervalued and disrespected. According to Epictetus, it's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters. While you cannot control how others behave, you can control your response to their lack of respect. Addressing this issue requires honest communication and a firm stance on your boundaries. Expressing how the lack of respect affects you and outlining what you need in terms of respect and consideration is crucial. However, if the other party dismisses your concerns or fails to make genuine efforts to change, it may be time to reassess the value of maintaining such a relationship. Respect in relationships is a two-way street, essential for mutual growth and understanding. Marcus Aurelius emphasized, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This quote reminds us that maintaining our own standards of respect and integrity, regardless of others' behavior, is paramount. Imagine you have a colleague who constantly belittles your ideas in meetings. Despite your efforts to address this issue diplomatically, their behavior remains unchanged. This ongoing lack of respect not only affects your professional performance but also your emotional well-being. In such cases, Stoicism teaches us to weigh the costs of enduring disrespect against the benefits of maintaining the relationship. If the scales tip towards harm, it might be wise to distance yourself or seek a different environment where respect is a given, not a struggle. Living in accordance with Stoic principles means valuing yourself and others enough to demand respect in all interactions. By choosing to cut contact with those who consistently show disrespect, you reaffirm your commitment to a life of virtue and integrity. This decision, though difficult, aligns with the Stoic goal of achieving inner peace and wisdom. Respect is not just about how others treat us, but also about how we treat ourselves. Allowing disrespect to persist is a form of self-neglect that Stoicism urges us to overcome. By taking a stand against disrespect, you not only protect your own dignity but also set a standard for how others should treat you, fostering healthier and more respectful relationships in all areas of life. Number 5, absence of growth or mutual support. In Stoicism, personal and moral growth are not just encouraged, they are essential to living a fulfilling life. Stoics believe that life is a continuous journey of improvement and learning, emphasizing the importance of supporting each other on our paths toward virtue and wisdom. When a relationship lacks growth or mutual support, it contradicts these Stoic principles, potentially hindering your personal development. Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Epictetus often discuss the concept of synergia, or mutual cooperation, emphasizing the role of relationships in our moral education and self-improvement. A healthy relationship should be a mutual exchange where both parties challenge and support each other in becoming better human beings. This support isn't just about offering encouragement during difficult times, it's about actively contributing to each other's growth through honest feedback, shared experiences, and constant encouragement to adhere to one's principles. Consider a story of a young professional named Alex who had a close friend, Jordan. Initially, their relationship was based on shared ambitions and a drive to succeed. However, over time, Alex noticed that Jordan became increasingly negative and unsupportive of Alex's goals. Despite several attempts to reignite their mutual support, Alex felt weighed down by Jordan's pessimism. This relationship started to feel like an anchor holding Alex back while the world moved forward. The lack of growth and mutual support began to manifest as dissatisfaction and a sense of unfulfilled potential. In Stoic practice, such a scenario demands introspection and action. Alex needed to evaluate the causes of the stagnation and address them directly. Initiating open and honest conversations about needs and expectations is a vital step. For Alex, this meant discussing the changes in their friendship with Jordan and expressing the need for a more supportive and growth-oriented relationship. However, despite these efforts, it became clear that Jordan was not willing to change. Recognizing this, Alex had to make the difficult decision to distance himself from Jordan, understanding that sometimes the most courageous and reasonable action is to end relationships that no longer serve one's higher purpose. For Stoics, every relationship is an opportunity to practice virtues and help each other advance towards wisdom and happiness. A relationship that fails to contribute to this goal isn't just a neutral factor in your life, it's a hindrance that needs reassessment. How do you handle relationships that no longer support your growth? What steps can you take to ensure your relationships align with your values and contribute to your development? Recognizing and addressing the lack of growth and support in your relationships is not only about seeking personal satisfaction, but about aligning your relationships with your fundamental values and striving towards the Stoic ideal of a flourishing life. By ensuring that your relationships support your growth and moral development, you are living true to the principles of Stoicism and moving closer to a life of virtue and wisdom. Number 6, lack of trust. Trust isn't just a piece of a relationship, it's the bedrock upon which all meaningful connections stand. In the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and the teachings of Stoicism, trust aligns with the virtue of justice. This virtue highlights the importance of fairness, honesty, and reliability, qualities that are the lifeblood of any profound relationship. Without trust, relationships become shaky and riddled with doubts and insecurities, making genuine intimacy nearly impossible. Stoicism teaches us to be dependable and truthful not just because these are virtuous traits, but because they create an environment where trust can thrive. When trust is missing, it's a sign that these Stoic values aren't being upheld. This absence can trigger a domino effect of negative emotions and behaviors. Suspicion replaces openness, fear overshadows hope, and instead of moving forward together, individuals might constantly guard against potential betrayal. Addressing a lack of trust means returning to Stoic principles. It requires a candid self-assessment and honest dialogue. Ask yourself, are my actions contributing to this lack of trust? Am I being as transparent and reliable as I can be? Stoicism urges us to confront these questions directly. By embracing integrity and straightforwardness, we lay the groundwork for rebuilding trust. If the trust issues arise from the other party, a Stoic approach involves empathy and understanding combined with the firmness to establish necessary boundaries. This might entail having tough conversations to uncover the root of the trust issues or making decisive choices if these issues prove insurmountable. In some situations, preserving your own peace of mind and adherence to Stoic virtues may mean distancing yourself from relationships where trust cannot be restored. Remember, trust is crucial not only for the health and sustainability of relationships, but also for the practice of Stoicism, which values the tranquility that comes from knowing you are in a reliable and secure connection. When trust is absent, It's a clear signal to reevaluate and possibly recalibrate the dynamics of the relationship according to Stoic ideals. This process is not just about fostering better relationships with others, but about being true to oneself and one's philosophical commitments. This underscores the importance of embodying the virtues we wish to see in others. So if trust is lacking in your relationship, reflect on whether you're living up to the Stoic ideals of honesty and reliability. Are your actions fostering trust, or are they contributing to its erosion? Moreover, think about how you can open up a dialogue about trust with those around you. What steps can you take to rebuild it? How can you encourage transparency and reliability in your relationships? These open-ended questions not only help you reflect on your own behavior, but also engage your audience to think critically about their relationships. In conclusion, the lack of trust is a serious issue that requires immediate attention. By aligning with Stoic principles and embodying the virtues of honesty, fairness, and reliability, you can work towards rebuilding trust or make the difficult decision to distance yourself from relationships where trust is irreparably broken. This approach not only strengthens your relationships but also aligns with your commitment to living a virtuous and tranquil life, as taught by the Stoics. If you've reached this point and are still engaged, kindly take a moment to pause and comment below with "I value my peace." This simple act will indicate that you understand the importance of maintaining healthy boundaries for a more serene and fulfilling life. Now, let's continue on this journey together, embracing the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and Stoicism to lead more balanced, empowered lives. Number 7. Negative effects on mental health. The influence of those around us profoundly impacts our inner tranquility and overall well-being. Stoicism, the ancient philosophy of inner peace and resilience, emphasizes the importance of maintaining our tranquility, a state of being calm and undisturbed. This philosophy doesn't advocate for suppressing emotions, but for understanding and effectively managing them, especially when influenced by others. If you often feel anxious, depressed, or stressed because of someone's presence in your life, it indicates that the relationship might be causing more harm than good. Stoicism teaches us not only to endure hardships but also to actively cultivate environments conducive to our well-being. Relationships that drain your emotional energy or consistently leave you feeling diminished can severely hinder your ability to live a serene and purposeful life. As Epictetus wisely stated, we cannot control the impressions others form of us, and the effort to do so only debases our character. Our well-being hinges largely on our inner state rather than external circumstances, yet the Stoics also recognize our duty to safeguard our inner peace from disruptive influences. Seneca, one of the most celebrated Stoic thinkers, frequently underscored the importance of surrounding ourselves with individuals who uplift and inspire us. He advocated for distancing ourselves from those who perpetuate negativity in our lives. Reflecting on the impact of a relationship on your mental health isn't merely about acknowledging negative emotions, it's about taking proactive steps to ensure you're not held captive by them. This may involve setting firm boundaries or even distancing yourself from individuals who consistently disrupt your peace of mind. Taking such measures isn't about evading discomfort, it's about consciously choosing a path that aligns with Stoic virtues, pursuing a life characterized by rationality, emotional resilience, and most importantly, peace. When a relationship persistently undermines your mental health, it serves as a signal to reassess and potentially recalibrate your social connections. This isn't a failure to endure, but rather a strategic decision to foster a healthier, more harmonious life, which lies at the heart of Stoic practice. As Marcus Aurelius once reflected, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Ensuring those thoughts remain unclouded by toxic relationships is paramount to achieving the inner peace and resilience that Stoicism espouses. Modern life, with its constant connectivity and social pressures, can make it difficult to recognize when someone's influence is negatively impacting your mental health. However, the principles of Stoicism remain timeless and relevant. By evaluating the effects of your relationships through a Stoic lens, you can make more deliberate choices about the company you keep. If a relationship leaves you feeling consistently drained or stressed, it's essential to take action. Whether that means having a candid conversation, setting boundaries, or in some cases, cutting ties altogether. Remember, protecting your mental health isn't selfish, it's a vital component of living a balanced and fulfilling life. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to overlook the impact others have on our mental well-being. Yet by applying the wisdom of Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius, we can navigate our social landscapes more mindfully. Choosing to distance yourself from negative influences is not an act of avoidance, but a step towards a more serene and purposeful existence. After all, as the Stoics teach us, true tranquility comes from within and is sustained by the quality of our thoughts and the company we keep. Number 8, feeling constantly drained. Feeling constantly drained in a relationship is a clear signal that it's time to reevaluate that connection. In any healthy relationship, the exchange of energy should be revitalizing, not depleting. When interactions with someone leave you consistently exhausted, it indicates that the dynamics of the relationship may be misaligned with the principles of Stoicism, which values self-preservation through rational and harmonious living. Stoicism teaches us the importance of maintaining our internal energy and using it wisely. Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius emphasize the value of nurturing and reciprocal relationships rather than those that exhaust our emotional or physical reserves. When you find yourself feeling drained after interactions with someone, it is not just a minor inconvenience, it's a profound drain on the very resources you need to live a good, productive life according to Stoic principles. Feeling constantly drained can manifest in various ways, such as emotional fatigue, a sense of dread about upcoming interactions, or even physical tiredness. These symptoms suggest that the relationship is costing more than it provides, which Stoics would argue is unsustainable and unwise. In a modern context, consider Sarah's story. She worked in a demanding job and had a friend who constantly complained about her own life, never showing interest in Sarah's struggles or successes. Every conversation left Sarah feeling more exhausted than before. This one-sided dynamic was not only draining but also impeded Sarah's ability to focus on her own well-being and personal growth. After months of feeling depleted, Sarah realized that this relationship was a significant energy drain, preventing her from thriving in other areas of her life. According to Stoicism, every relationship should contribute to your well-being and help you progress towards becoming a better, more virtuous person. Taking action in such situations involves a thoughtful evaluation of why the relationship drains you. Is it due to a lack of mutual support, one-sided interactions, or perhaps the other person's constant negativity or demands? The first step in solving this problem is to figure out why the relationship drains you. This might mean having an honest conversation about your feelings, setting clearer boundaries, or, if the relationship can't be fixed, thinking about distancing yourself to protect your peace and well-being. Managing these draining interactions isn't just about removing negativity from your life, it's about making room for more enriching, supportive, and meaningful relationships that align with Stoic ideals of mutual respect and personal growth. Each relationship should enhance your life, not detract from it, allowing you to thrive and contribute positively to the lives of others around you. Have you ever experienced a relationship that drained you of your energy? What steps did you take to address it, and how did those actions impact your overall well-being? By addressing and managing draining relationships, you make space for those that uplift and energize you. The lessons from Stoicism remind us to prioritize our well-being and surround ourselves with individuals who support our journey towards becoming the best versions of ourselves. Remember, you have the power to choose who you allow into your life and how much energy you invest in each relationship. Choose wisely and cultivate connections that enrich your life, fostering mutual growth and respect. Number 9, the absence of mutual accountability. In any relationship, mutual accountability isn't just beneficial, it's essential. Stoicism teaches us that taking responsibility for our actions is a fundamental virtue. This principle of mutual accountability fosters trust and respect, both of which are crucial for any strong, enduring relationship. When accountability is missing, it can lead to a breakdown in these critical pillars, causing repeated misunderstandings and eroding the trust that forms the foundation of all healthy interactions. In Stoic practice, each person is encouraged to reflect on their actions and take responsibility for them. This includes acknowledging when one's actions have negatively impacted another and making amends where possible. The absence of this accountability in a relationship can lead to a one-sided dynamic where one or both parties feel they are not being heard or respected. This imbalance is profoundly destabilizing because, in a Stoic sense, relationships should be a source of mutual support and growth, helping each individual to better align with their virtues. Addressing a lack of mutual accountability involves open, honest communication. It requires both parties to discuss their expectations clearly and agree on what accountability looks like for them. This might involve setting specific standards for behavior, discussing the consequences of actions, and having regular check-ins to ensure both parties feel supported and respected. However, if attempts to establish mutual accountability fail to yield positive changes, it might be necessary to evaluate the viability of the relationship. Stoicism does not advocate enduring harmful situations indefinitely, rather. It suggests that we should seek out and maintain relationships that are conducive to our moral and personal growth. Fostering an environment where mutual accountability is prioritized is not just about maintaining harmony, it's about actively cultivating a relationship that respects the Stoic ideals of justice, wisdom, and courage. A relationship that consistently fails to demonstrate these qualities may not align with the Stoic path to a fulfilled and virtuous life. Remember, the wisdom of the Stoics isn't just ancient text, it's a living, breathing guide for navigating the complexities of modern life. By embracing mutual accountability, we not only strengthen our relationships but also honor the Stoic commitment to personal integrity and collective well-being. Reflect on how you can implement these principles in your life and share your thoughts with others, fostering a community built on trust, respect, and shared growth. If you've made it this far, you're embracing the strength of Stoicism. Drop a comment saying, "I value my peace," to show you're committed to this transformative journey. Stick around, the best is yet to come. Number 10. Disregard for personal needs. In Stoicism, respect for personal needs and boundaries is essential for maintaining self-respect and harmony within relationships. Ignoring or trivializing these aspects can lead to significant imbalances, fostering an environment where disrespect and dissatisfaction thrive. As Epictetus famously said, "No man is free who is not master of himself," highlighting the Stoic belief in the importance of self-governance and respect for personal boundaries. Stoic philosophy advocates for clear communication and mutual respect as the pillars upon which healthy relationships should stand. When someone consistently overlooks or diminishes your needs, it sends a clear message that your well-being is not a priority within the relationship. This disregard can manifest as repeatedly overstepping boundaries, making unilateral decisions that affect both parties, or failing to acknowledge and validate feelings and preferences. Such behaviors undermine the trust and equality in a relationship and erode an individual's sense of worth and autonomy, key aspects that Stoics strive to protect. Addressing these issues involves first recognizing and affirming your own needs and boundaries. From a Stoic perspective, this is not about selfishness but about self-care, ensuring that you are not compromising your moral and emotional well-being for the sake of keeping peace. Seneca wisely noted, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality," emphasizing the importance of confronting these issues directly rather than enduring them silently. The next step is to communicate these needs clearly and assertively to your partner or friend. This dialogue should not be confrontational but should aim to educate the other person about your needs and why they are important for maintaining a healthy relationship. By doing so, you are advocating for yourself and providing an opportunity for the other person to understand and respect your perspective. However, if after these discussions the disregard for your personal needs continues, it may be necessary to reconsider the dynamics of the relationship. Stoicism teaches the importance of surrounding oneself with people who contribute positively to one's life. If a relationship consistently fails to meet this criterion, creating more turmoil than tranquility, it might be wise to distance oneself. This is not an act of aggression or abandonment, but a measured decision to prioritize personal well-being and moral integrity, key tenets of a Stoic life. While Stoicism values social relations and supports enduring adversity with courage and resilience, it also emphasizes the importance of living true to one's principles. A relationship that fundamentally disregards an individual's needs is likely incompatible with the Stoic pursuit of a harmonious and virtuous life. In modern life, this advice is especially relevant. We often find ourselves in relationships where our needs are overlooked, whether in personal or professional settings. It's important to remember that asserting your boundaries and needs is not selfish, it's a necessary step towards maintaining your mental and emotional health. Surround yourself with individuals who respect and support your well-being, and do not hesitate to distance yourself from those who consistently disregard your personal needs. This will lead to a more fulfilling and balanced life aligned with the Stoic values of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. In conclusion, the disregard for personal needs is a significant sign that it might be time to cut all contact with someone. By recognizing and affirming your needs, communicating them clearly, and making decisions that prioritize your well-being, you are embodying the Stoic principles that lead to a harmonious and virtuous life. Remember, it is better to stand alone in alignment with your values than to compromise your well-being in a relationship that does not respect your needs. Number 11. Destructive communication. In the teachings of Marcus Aurelius and the broader philosophy of Stoicism, the power of our words is undeniable. How we communicate within any relationship should be not only honest but also constructive and uplifting, reflecting our virtues and aiding in the support and growth of those around us. However, when communication is persistently negative, marked by criticism, sarcasm, and belittling, it can deeply damage the respect and understanding that are the cornerstones of a healthy relationship. Destructive communication does more than cause immediate pain. It can fundamentally change how individuals perceive each other, slowly eroding trust and affection. This is why Stoics place a strong emphasis on mindful speech. Stoicism teaches us to control our reactions and choose our words with care, ensuring they align with our principles of justice, kindness, and wisdom. By doing so, we aim to fill our conversations with positivity and support. When disputes arise, a Stoic approach involves resolving conflicts with the intent to rebuild understanding, not to win arguments or demean the other person. A modern example of this can be seen in many professional environments today. Consider a workplace where a manager frequently uses harsh, critical language with their team. Over time, the team's morale declines, productivity drops, and a culture of fear and resentment takes hold. On the other hand, a manager who communicates with encouragement and constructive feedback can foster a more positive and productive atmosphere. This scenario mirrors the Stoic understanding that our words shape our relationships and environments. Transforming destructive communication requires deliberate effort. It might involve setting specific goals for how to speak and respond in conversations, practicing active listening, or even seeking external help like counseling to improve communication skills. The Stoic practice of self-reflection is crucial here. Regularly assessing our own communication habits and considering whether they align with our ethical and philosophical goals can guide us in making meaningful changes. But what if these efforts do not lead to improvement? Stoicism also teaches the importance of protecting one's well-being. If negative communication remains unyielding and damaging, it might be necessary to distance oneself to preserve personal tranquility and integrity. This decision, guided by Stoic wisdom, is not taken lightly but is seen as a necessary step towards maintaining a virtuous life unclouded by continual discord. How do you handle negative communication in your life? Have you found ways to transform these interactions into something more positive? These questions are worth reflecting on as we navigate our relationships. The lesson here is clear: our words have the power to build or destroy, and it is our responsibility to choose them wisely. By aligning our communication with Stoic virtues, we not only improve our relationships but also cultivate a more serene and virtuous life. Conclusion: 11 signs you must cut all contact with someone. Marcus Aurelius, Stoicism. As we wrap up, let's recap the key points from today's video on the 11 signs that you should cut all contact with someone based on Marcus Aurelius's Stoicism. We've explored how to recognize manipulation, misaligned values, persistent selfish behavior, lack of respect, absence of growth or mutual support, and more. These insights are crucial for maintaining your mental peace and aligning your relationships with the principles of Stoic wisdom. I encourage you to reflect on these signs and consider how they might apply to your own relationships. Remember, cutting contact with someone isn't just about avoiding negativity, it's about prioritizing your well-being and living a life aligned with virtue and wisdom. How do you currently handle toxic relationships? Have you ever had to make the tough decision to distance yourself from someone for your own good? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life for more content on living a virtuous and fulfilling life through Stoicism. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care and stay true to yourself.